Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
At JCK Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit JCK Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. JCK Hospital, you first.
A very good morning to you, our viewer. Welcome to the Healthy You program powered by Faith Today TV, sponsored by Jesse K. Hospital. Today is yet another amazing day. We are just reminding you that we are promoting health for the body, health for the mind, and health for the soul. Last week, we had such an amazing session from admission to recovery, the journey through the journey of treatment through CS. How do you get to go through a particular journey in that particular process, and what team is involved. And today is yet another time. When you hear about surgery, you wonder, maybe the person that comes to your mind is the surgeon. But today I am with one of the teammates that makes the team in that particular theater. And one of the most important part of that particular team or teammate is the theater nurse. And today we're not just discussing what he does technically in the profession, but what is this person made up of behind the uniform. So welcome. Help me welcome to the show, Bwana Vincent. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing this morning?
Niko salama.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Maybe in a minute, just tell us, let's talk about the man behind the scrubs.
Okay, my name is Mudavadi Vincent. I'm a theater in charge, JCK Hospital, Roysambu. And we are happy to serve people in a surgical area.
Wow. Yeah, most of the times when we hear about a theater nurse, what comes to our mind is the scrubs, what do we call that?
Nurse-escapes.
The nurse-escapes. We get to hear a lot of machines. But today we want to go behind the uniform and just get to understand who you are as a person and how you came about to end up in the theater profession and how that journey has been for you. So maybe you can just begin by telling us a little bit about yourself and how that journey has been for you.
Okay. As I told you earlier, my name is Mudavadi. After Form 4, at our area, or rather in our modest environment, we were choosing 2 courses to join in a campus.
2 courses?
Yes. And at a point, you are like, which course can you go so that you can get a job easy? You see? So I had two options, either to choose clinical medicine or nothing. And lucky enough, I had one of the relative who was in a medical field, and he really encouraged me about the nursing opportunity that you can get, or rather venture into it and at least get something. Yeah, that is how I did back in 2017. We finished at around 2021. We had a corona issue, so we had like 1 year delay. But thank God, here we are. I get to join Kenya Medical Training College, Nairobi campus, the year 2017, September there. Then we finished at 2021. Then I got employment lucky enough in 2022. Yeah, from there I was very interested in a surgical area, surgical field. So that's how I drew myself to theater. And up to the moment of being in charge of an institution of level 4 theater, it's a privilege to me.
Wow. Congratulations. Maybe you can tell us what shocked you the first time you just landed in the theater. Your first experience.
Okay.
You know, first experience determines whether you're going to continue or whether you're going to stop. So how was it for you?
Okay. Every day is a learning day.
Every day is a learning day.
Yes. I usually tell myself that every day is a learning day. You can be familiar of a place for a very long time, but there is that one day that you'll come and you will experience a niche. So there is, I remember that this one time we conducted a surgery, and I was very curious to know what happens with the body composition. You know, to school you usually learn the anatomy and physiology, but now you come to experience it with details on the table. So you're being told that this is a spleen, this is a liver, this is a heart, this is an intestine, this is a stomach.
It's a
so you
organ.
See it by yourself. So the anatomy and the physiology that you learn, you come to experience it on a lively patient. So it was a little bit shaky, but with time I built confidence, and that is how I managed to survive.
There's a quote that says that you'll always be messy at your first time, and it's always going to be hard in your first instance. How was it for you?
Okay, I cannot say that it was hard. I usually call it like an anxiety. It's not being hard. It's an anxiety. Having an environment that you are not used to. So you introduce yourself. You are like, what will the surgeon say about me? What will other people say about me? How will the surgery go? So that anticipation of the stability of the patient, taking care of the patient in a critical moment. You know, at any point you might lose this patient at any point. So you are
just anxious, overly.
So it's more of anxious than being fear or rather.
Wow. What inspired you to pursue nursing?
Okay. I had two options. Number one, I really liked the field of medicine, you see. And at our point, during our time to join a medical officer, like to be a medical officer, the cut-off point was very high. So mine was a little bit lower. So I saw an opportunity of venturing into nursing rather than just clearing my ambitions to be in a medical field that way. So that is one. But in being in theater specifically, I remember at a point I said I wanted to be an MO, you see. So being an MO, you can venture into surgical area and all those side, you find yourself in theater and having those surgical moments with the patients. So again, back in nursing also, you can join theater and still venture into having interactions with patients in surgical areas. You see, so that's how I find myself in theater.
So now you finish school, you begin your first experience. Maybe you can tell us now, typically after you've gotten to master what is going around in that theater environment, how was your typical day then, and how is your typical day look like now, especially now that you've built experience?
Actually, at a point I was starting, there was a lot of pressure. You know,
A
you're
lot
not
of
used
pressure.
to, you're not used to being called by patients, being called by surgeons, being called by other theater team members, being on standby. Imagine you just at home chilling, relaxing at a moment. Maybe your theater is not operating. Rather, you have less staffs during the night, so you are forced to wake up and go to attend for that surgery during the night time. So a little bit it was a pressure, but with time you come and enjoy and also have peace with your day-to-day routine. Yes.
So how is it now? Now that
At
you've
the moment,
been able to master.
At the moment, I can say it is just on my fingertips. I can just read, like it's no longer depression or rather stress at a point. I've enjoyed it, and it's like a daily routine. Yeah.
Maybe give us a picture of how your daily day looks like. Ordinary
My
day.
daily schedule is, I can say it's very tight. I can say it's very tight, and but I have to manage. So ideally, my day doesn't start that day. My day starts before the previous day. Like for example, today, my day started yesterday. I have to plan myself from yesterday. You see, so as a theater in charge, you have to know which team members do you have in the rota that day. As a theater in charge, you have to note how many surgery you'll have that day and which surgeon. So you have to coordinate between the surgeon and the patient and the hospital to know that this patient has arrived in the hospital, all the lab works have been done, and the patient is ready for surgery. So my days start a day before, as I said earlier. So I have to coordinate with the surgeon, book the patients, call the patient, ensure that the patient has reached in theater, in hospital, admission has taken place, or the vitals have been taken, and the lab works have been taken, and the parameters are okay, or rather within the range that we can do the surgery. So in the morning when you come in, number one, even if we didn't have a surgery during the night or the previous day, I assume that the person who was here used things. So I have to do what we call stock check in the morning, first when you come. So stock check is literally checking all the items, pharmacological and non-pharmacological, to ensure that all those details are there. For example,
pharmacological and non-pharmacological.
Yes,
what do you mean?
Pharmacological, those are the drugs that we need during theater process. So all the drugs that we need, I have to ensure that they are there. Apart from drugs, we have consumables. Consumables are like the drapes, sutures, gowns, all other consumables that we use in theater that are not pharmacological. So I have to ensure that they are there. Number two, apart from the stock check, we have to check all the machines. They are functional and are operational. You see, so you have to check the diathermy machines, the anesthesia machine, the headlights, suctional machines, the laparoscopic machines, everything to ensure that they are working. You see, like I said, you cannot tell the person who was previously before you. He might have tampered with an instrument or rather a machine. So when you come, you bring the patient, but again, you didn't check the machine. It will be a fault, and already the patient's on the table. So it's your duty to ensure that in the morning, as you come, you have to check every machine. Apart from every machine that you've checked, you also have to check the hygiene of the theater. It has to be touched. Even if the person who left had cleaned, the team the team that is coming have to again do the cleaning.
Again.
Yes. And in theater, we don't do cleaning, the usual cleaning that we do in ward. It has to be from up and down.
Lamina.
Yes. Yes. You have to start with the headlights, the walls coming down, and every zones. You see, every zones you have different moppers and the way you clean them. You see, so that's hygiene part of it. Apart from hygiene, you go to the patients that are been booked that day. You pick a theater list. Theater list is just a list to show how many patients you have in a day, and it is categorized for emergency cases and elective cases. So you prioritize the list. You call the surgeons, avail them, and all the team members. Again, as a theater in charge, you play different roles. Now in theater, we have different nurses. We have the overall, we see the in charge. We have a team leader. Team leader is now the one that are arranging the people on the ground. Apart from it, even it is a duty of in charge to know that the team leaders arrange the nurses on the ground. So we have a circulating nurse, we have a scrub nurse, we have a PACO nurse. You see, so those are almost 4 people in nursing team only. Yes, we have the in charge, team leader, scrub nurse, circulating, and also PACO nurse. And that's almost 5 of them. You see, now all of these are not just there for decoration purposes. Each one of them have different roles that they are playing. For example, I'll start by the in charge. The in charge has to ensure all the cases have been scheduled, all the surgeons are available, all the anesthetists needed for those surgeries are available. The team members, or rather the staff, are adequate for every procedure. Remember, you have more than one operating theater. So even if they're all coordinating, or rather all of them are having surgeries, all of them have to be equipped with the staff and the commodities. So the team leader now arranges the members available inside to ensure that this patient has moved from this place to this place on a good time. Now we have the circulating nurse. The circulating nurse work handy with the scrub nurse. The scrub nurse usually work with the surgeon during the operation. The circulating nurse usually available in the operating room to see, or rather to oversee any forecasted item that will be needed, or rather any request that has been raised by the surgeon. So the work of the circulating nurse is to ensure that all the commodities and the items needed, they are sterile, number one, and they are being handed over in a sterile way. You see, now the function of the scrub nurse is to ensure that the procedure has gone successful with all the items being sterile and all the counts have been done and none of the instruments have been left in the patient body. You see, so that's now the scrub nurse. On the other side, we have a PACO nurse. PACO nurse is a post-anesthesia care nurse. So the post-anesthesia care unit, when the patient is from operating theater, has been shifted to recovery area. Now it's the responsibility of this nurse to take care of this patient to ensure that the patient has fully recovered and he or she is aware of the environment. You see, so we have
become conscious.
Yes, we have the parameters that you check, the blood works, the vitals. It will communicate to you. You know, without you verbalizing what you're feeling, I cannot know. You see, but we have other devices that you can use to see what's your state. You see, so that's usually what happens in the PACO nurse. So that's the function of the PACO nurse. Yeah.
Wow. You know, you're looking at your routines, looking at the rhythms of your day. Sometimes they're very demanding and the work is a lot. So how do you maintain a work-life balance? You have a life to lead, you have friends to check on, you have family to talk to, maybe a girlfriend. How do you maintain that work-life balance? And it's noted that in the medical field, most workaholics are there. These people they're antisocial, they have no friends, they don't check over families. In fact, even them communicating about their needs and their problems, they rarely do that. So how do you, as a person, maintain work-life balance?
I can say, you know, for somebody to be workaholic or rather antisocial, I think that's a personal trait.
Personal trait?
Yes.
What do you mean?
It's a personal trait.
The conditions can't condition.
Not a condition. It's not a condition. Because, like, as I said earlier, we have different team members in theater. You see? So, like, for example, right now, the way I'm here, there's an operation going on in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you have to coordinate. Yeah, so you have to balance. You have to balance. Of course, there is a day that you'll be on off duty, but being on off duty doesn't mean that there is no surgery going on. So you have to coordinate with the person who is in theater, or rather the team leader, to ensure that all the surgical procedures are going on very well. So when you are on off duty, just arrange who is on duty, and if there is any emergency, who will handle. You see, but you're just out there enjoying with your friends and other people.
So you're saying workaholism is a personal choice?
Yeah, personal choice,
so
of course.
You've chosen not to delegate. You've chosen not to coordinate.
Yes, because life must continue without you.
Could it be that
that's a very it's a very harsh word to use, but people don't take it as a way of balance.
So
because
life will continue.
Life will continue without you. Yeah.
So don't really think you're that important.
Don't spin yourself to overwork in a place in that confined area. It's good to delegate, because even if you at a point you'll be sick, who will handle?
True.
You have to delegate. Yes.
Profound. So how do you navigate your friendships, family, and the different areas? Maybe you have a membership club. How do you navigate that, looking at the kind of load of work you have on your table?
Yeah, at that point, it's a little bit harder to fix yourself. It's a little bit harder. There's some opportunities that you'll miss. Those moments you'll miss. Not by your liking, but they will be subjected. Again, as I said earlier, you have to delegate, but with other chances, you have to be there physically. Yes, because there is some cases that can be booked, and without a close supervision or monitoring and coordination, things will go astray. And as in charge, or rather, when you are a head of a department, you all know the capability of each and every person that is there. So at a point, you will be forced to be there physically. Yeah. So at the moment, you have to be excused, or rather miss those chances of associating with the club people, or other family members, and also yeah.
Look at the nature of your work. You know, it's 24/7. Do you go to church on Sunday or Saturday? Or how do you take care of your spiritual needs?
Okay. Church, you have to balance. At a point, you'll find yourself, you've got an opportunity, you go to church. At a point, you'll find you are trapped. You don't have time to go. I can give an example, like the previous Sunday. We had several surgeries on a Sunday, and I didn't have enough members to conduct the surgeries, so I had to excuse myself and be there. Yeah,
the sacrifice.
So it's a sacrifice. One day you'll be free, you go to church, but the other day you won't.
Great. So the balance between your spiritual needs and work has to be stricken. Where you're able to do so, you do so. When you're not able to do so, maybe now we want to get a few lessons you've learned in the theater. What has theater taught you about life? Generally, your view of life.
Being strict.
Being strict.
Being strict.
And on point. What do you mean?
Being strict. This is a life of a person.
Yeah.
Somebody depends on this person.
Yeah.
So at a point, if you're not strict, my friend, you're the one who will sit on that board and answer questions. Yes, your license will be at stake.
So what are
you remember? Most people say that if things go astray, the surgeon and the anesthetist will the one be accountable. It's not the surgeon and the anesthetist. All of the team people that were taking part of that surgery, they have to be liable.
They have to be accountable for it.
So, and I can give you a scenario. You've ever heard that there is a surgery that has been done to a wrong patient?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You've heard that? Yeah. Maybe the person was supposed to be operated on the right leg. It has been done on the right leg. Yes, it's the same is the correct patient, but on the wrong side. Yeah. So those chances are...
So what do you do about that?
So that's why I told you, theater has taught me to be strict. Yeah.
Maybe what are some of the core values you live by? Especially now you as a person. These are number 1, 2, 3, 4 that you have chosen. If anybody comes in contact with you, they're going to meet that. One is being stringent.
Also a team player.
You're a team player.
Yeah, and also be a time cautious.
Time cautious. Yes. So if you don't keep time, you won't meet you.
You know, we have other operating rooms that are working with times. The surgeon has been booked for a case for 2 hours. If you exceed those 2 hours, time clocks.
Yeah.
And your salary, or rather your money, will be slashed off because
you've exceeded the time.
Yes.
So time management
is very clear. Now, as I talked of being strict doesn't mean like you are just being strict for nothing. You have to be strict for a rationale. Because for example, when you have your team members, they are receiving a patient, so you overheard, or rather you you just monitor how they are doing their things, and you've noted that there is one point that they have opted, or rather there is one procedure that they have skipped. You have to remind them again. At a point, you have even to act very mad. But when you turn your back, you start laughing.
So you're so keen on details as well. I see
You
that.
have to. For example, I can give you a scenario. When receiving a patient to theater, we have those details that we usually look. We have a checklist. You see, and we don't assume that you know the checklist off head. There is a list that you have to go by.
Confirm and counter check.
Yes.
Word for word.
Of course, when you do something on and off again, you have to memorize it. For me, I have to know it off head. I know it. But again, you cannot assume that you know it. I cannot assume. So I have to also counter check with you. So for example, your 3 names, you must have a tag. The tag has to have your 3 names, or if you have the 2 names, you have to put to indicate your 2 names. And we have something called inpatient number. So inpatient number is a very categorical logic number that is given to each and every patient passing through theater to notify, or rather to identify you. So 2 patients cannot have the same identification number. You see, so you can be John Joroge, and another person can be John Joroge, but the inpatient number will be
different.
It should be
So
different.
that will be the distinguishing factor.
And mark you can have John Joroge, each one of them having the same surgery.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you see.
I get it.
Yeah, so you have also to differentiate. So that is number one. So being strictness is in a point of knowing, or rather taking point on the details. So that, an example of strictness now in an operating room, infection prevention. We usually take note on infection prevention. So let's say, assume this is a sterile area. So nobody, or rather an excluder, is not supposed to touch anything that is in the table. You see, but I've come with a foreign item,
Placed on the
I've
table.
just placed it here. You see,
So you've
already
contaminated the area.
Yeah, even if you have not touched here, we assume that if these all the things that are there are sterile. So you have to remove all of them. So that's the detailed thing that you have to take. You see, and you'll find maybe there is a person who wants to come to theater and is an unauthorized person, but he insists you want to come to theater. He or she will feel like you are neglecting a chance for him to come and observe, but it's not you neglecting him or her to come and observe what is happening. It's the nitty-gritty thing that they don't know from the outside world.
Yeah.
They will come and do it there, and you've ruined all the process.
Everything.
You see, so that is.
So safety is at stake.
Yeah.
Maybe even as we run into a short break, I have a few fun facts I'd like to know about you. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, of course.
So
Coffee, of course, so that I can be alert.
When you can, so that you can be alert. When relaxing, music or dance?
Music. I have to dance on the head. I don't know how to dance physically.
Legs are left, leg and like mine. Okay, so if you are to go to one country outside of Africa, what would that country be?
It's America.
America,
That's a
why?
good thing. Okay, is I don't have a reason, but just feel America is good.
So for a baby,
maybe you can let me revert it. Which country can you go?
UK.
UK. Why
Yes.
UK?
I just want to learn about their systems and understand how they've been able to build all these things they build over
I
the
think
years.
we borrowed the UK standard of operations.
Yes, but I want to go there and understand why it's not working here. For a baby, boy or a girl?
That's a hard. That's a hard. But I hope for a boy. But if God brings me a girl,
So the first answer is always correct. Okay, amazing. That was an amazing session. First segment we've had with Daktari here, Vincent. Getting to understand him behind the scribes, getting to understand the journey he goes through with the theater, the processes and the kind of teams he gets to work with. Who is he as a person? So that you as a person out there wondering if you can be able to pursue theater, pursue nursing, or even perhaps join our certified nursing assistant college as a person who's beginning that particular journey. How does that field look like? And that is exactly what we've been exploring today. We've been looking at this man behind the scrubs. How does his daily life look like? What are the things he likes? How does he plan his work? How does he get to manage his team? How does he get to manage his life? Is there work-life balance? And how does he how is he able to manage all the demanding tasks that come on his table? As well, how is he also able to manage friendships and even his spiritual needs amidst this demanding kind of work? And as you've seen, there are very many lessons you can learn from such a field, from safety, being stringent, being a good leader, and very, very many others, as you can see from him. So for him, it's a passion, for him, it's a calling, and it's something he does just to impact the lives of people, not just on the table while you are going through the surgery, but as well impacting your daily living. Maybe you have a question you'd like to understand, you have a comment, you have an inquiry, please be free to send in. I'll see you after the short break. Bye-bye.
Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
Welcome back, our viewer. That was an amazing first segment, getting to understand the person behind the crowds. It's been an amazing moment of getting to know what does he do on a daily basis, how did he come about, what was the inspiration behind it, and what does he do as a theater nursery church, and what is the composition of his team, what role do they play, and how does it look like in the theater. We've looked at him even as a person outside of theater. What does he do and what does he like? What is his favorite country? So this simply tells you that it's a fun profession to be in. Sometimes people wonder and begin to think maybe, medics are the most lonely people to have. They do not have a fun life. They don't have a balance in terms of what they do. They don't even really like what they do. Sometimes they're traumatized and depressed. But the reality we see today is that Mudavadi is happy. He has not been depressed. Or maybe have you been depressed before?
Of course. Yeah, you have to be.
What happened?
Things going unlikely when you didn't like it. Like you planned this way, but you have gone astray.
So how did you handle that?
Now that's entails composure. Composure. Entails composure. Now, being composure is understanding now that this is what we have. What next? What can we counter it to be better? Yes.
So this is a situation acknowledging that this is the real scenario.
Yeah, or as a
It's
point,
happening.
you can even attend to a patient very well, post-operatively doing fine. Patient goes to the ward, patient discharged. Then the next day you're called like that. The patient passed. You're like all
Have
the
you had such
struggles.
instances?
Yeah.
How do you
I've
deal
had
with
such
such?
instances.
So the surgery was successful.
Yeah,
Everything was of your
we cannot control.
profound. Maybe what has that scenario taught you about how you approach life?
Just be simple and just be healthy.
Be
Simple
healthy.
and healthy.
Be simple
Because,
and healthy.
if you walk in those corridors of wards and hospital, some point you'll appreciate what God has done to you.
So when you see what is going on in the bodies of people and you are healthy every single day.
Usually there is this quote like it's a routine of maybe medics telling people eat healthy, eat fruits, eat an apple every day, eat what.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
They think like this person, you just have to say that because he's a medic or what. But my friend, if you'll have a chance to walk in those corridors, you'll appreciate what God has done to you. And at some point, we usually tell people like eat a balanced diet. They think like a balanced diet, you'll have to go and buy meat, go and buy what. No, it's just basic, simple, affordable things that you can get. The minji that you can get in the market, an apple that you can just buy for 40 bob or 50 bob, the oranges, just natural things.
So most of the things that will keep you healthy are available and free.
Available free.
Yeah, you can find them affordably. Fruits, water,
If you are able
exercise.
to buy that meat, kanyama kula.
Okay, amazing. Maybe what are some of the biggest challenges you faced during the procedures you've taken, during your leadership in the the department, and what keeps you motivated despite them?
The challenges are, you meet different people in theater. You're not living with them. Each one of them come with their burden. Not only patients, but even the staffs.
Wow.
Some of them are private, you cannot indulge into them. Some opt to tell you so that you can be aware. Some opt to stay with them. And during the process, they miss.
So one of them is the team might be burdened with things they're not telling you about. Maybe where they've come from, or how their day is, or what is going on in their life. And then during the procedure, they could mess because of what they're feeling.
And again, during that, I used to be very harsh on that. But nowadays, I usually be calm and I just calm down. I excuse the person. I bring in another team member. We go on. Then after surgery, we can sit with you and ask you what happened. Yes, you'll find that you might be hard on somebody, but you don't know what he or she is undergoing. Yeah, so at a point you have to understand them. And at a point you've also come to theater at a point, and you find that we have a music system and we are playing, enjoying it.
I didn't know why. You didn't hear some soft music.
Yeah.
Maybe what role does it play?
Because there's a joke whereby we usually say, we were making yesterday, like if you enter a restaurant and find a cool jazz music with instrumental only, and you don't see the speakers, you just listen to it, just know that that restaurant is not for you. Yeah, so the same scenario. You'll come to theater and find an instrumental song playing background, very slow, very soothing. Yeah, it's not for.
So it's settling the minds of the people.
Yeah, you have to divert all the mindset that you ulikosana na bibi home. Sijui what happened. Totally because the school fees, you don't have money, so you forget about it and you collect your mind, sit there and do what's there.
There's some medical importance to music. I think sometime we'll create time and talk about what it does to the mind.
It is under the pain control.
And
it's a whole topic on its own.
It's a whole topic.
Apart from the pharmacological, we have other non-pharmacological methods of
which are quite interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So what keeps you motivated every single day now? There are these challenges, maybe yesterday's procedure, a lot of pressure, the outcomes are not as impressive. What makes you keep showing up every day?
What makes me push, I rather have this work and enjoying doing it. I know you'll be shocked, but since I started being in charge, or rather working in theatre, I've had this privilege of not having a patient dying on the table. It's a very sad moment. So I'm very happy. It has never happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that one keeps me pulling. Like, I have to do correcting every day to ensure that each one of them
is proof of success. That every single day you are sure that if they come on that table, they have to go alive.
Yes, there's another one that you will find very critical. Have to be shifted to an ICU. You have to follow that patient. But when he or she comes for a review, dancing and crawling around, you are like,
wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You have to thank God for the work you do.
Yeah.
That's quite encouraging, that there's no patient who has come through your hands on that table and their lifetime.
You are grateful for that.
Wow, congratulations. Maybe you can cover a few questions so that we get to understand and conclude with you. Somebody is asking, hello, healthyyou. Thank you for watching. Giorgio from Kimbo. How does the nurse stay calm during emergency surgeries? Some just landed.
Yeah.
They've had a hit on the road. They're bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
You are there.
Yes, perfectly. That's a very good question, by the way. And usually, many people usually mess with such an occurrence. So in such an instance, you are so many of them there. I remember when the surgery starts, we have a team leader. A team leader usually is the surgeon. Surgeon who is operating is the team leader in the operating room. So when an occurrence has occurred, you have to, each one of you have to relax and calm down. You see? And you have to note the key point. How do you approach the emergency? You see? So the team leader will coordinate with the people, will assign. Usually you say that you assign different roles to different people. See, bring resuscitation kit, bring this. This other person start CPR, or other cardiopulmonary resuscitation. This another one, samples. So it's a coordinated move. So doing on such a scenario, being calm and composing yourself and performing the role that you've been assigned, everything just comes back to the normal. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a big deal.
So just know how to approach it.
Yeah. And if there is a character, if there's a character that you see he or she can mess with the nini, you just have to evict the person to stay outside operating room kidogo. Then you continue the rest.
The rest. Number two, have you ever had particularly emotional experience in the operating room? You feel, man, you felt so emotional. That is Emma from Juja. Thank you for joining, Emma. Good to have you.
Yeah, Emma, there is those moments. I cannot mention the nitty-gritty, the details of it, but you enter into a patient doing a surgery for a different thing, but you find another bad thing than what you came for. Surely an emotional thing. Because, and again, you cannot...
what you prepared for and what you meet in reality?
Yes.
Because I've even had...
You see, we usually have a preoperative diagnosis and intraoperative diagnosis. So the intraoperative diagnosis might be different, or rather, we might have different diagnosis when you enter inside the human body. So you find a very different thing. And again, now it will depend with the surgeon that is doing the surgery, because you've consented for a different surgery. So you cannot proceed doing another one unless now, with the help of the surgeon and the team, the senior team is there to outweigh the advantage and disadvantage of what if we remain or what if we do it. You see the outcomes.
So those are ethical dilemmas.
How
do you deal with them? You've entered the stomach, you are correcting one thing, but you find there's also another thing.
If it's not an emergency, unaachia tu hiyo shida yake.
Okay. Then until he consents.
Yeah, until he consents. Because that person can sue you.
True.
Yes. I signed for this. Why are you doing
this? Yeah. How do you help patients who are nervous before surgery? Gigi from Mirema. Mirema is represented.
Perfectly. Now, anxiety is, if you are told theater, the other session we say that theater is not a killing point. It's not a place to fear. Theater is a corrective place.
It's not a death sentence.
Yes. So I know people who comes to theater for surgeries have dilemmas, or rather have anxiety on anticipating what they will go through. So that entails a laying of anxiety. If a patient comes to theater and is still anxious, that means you have not allayed the anxiety properly. A laying of anxiety starts way before even that person comes to hospital. You know, when the surgeons meet this person, explain that we need to do 1, 2, 3, it starts from there. My friend, you cannot go to CBD if we don't know the route to CBD.
Yeah.
I have to take you through.
That's true.
So that is what usually happens. The surgeon usually sits with the patient, explain the advantage and the disadvantages, the outcomes that might be there. We usually call them prognosis. And again, when the patient comes to the hospital, in the ward, a nurse and the members of the ward have to go and also with the surgeon or rather the doctor. You know, we have that pre-visit. Now, the surgeon and the anesthetist, before the patient sign the consent, they have to again assume that that patient doesn't know anything. You have also again to explain before the patient sign the consent. That is why it's called informed consent. Yes. Not just consent, informed consent. Informed consent means you know why, how, and what will happen after surgery. You see? Yeah. Then after there, also, again, when you come to theater, on the receiving end, again, we usually ask the mother, or rather the patient, Stanley, are you aware what you are coming for? So that one will gauge me, I will gauge you to know if indeed you know really what you're coming for, and also what I'll add on you. You see? And I have to assure you that this is 1, 2, 3 happening. And one of the ways to allay that anxiety, also the music. Which music do you like to play? I put for you. You will start zoning with it. So that's how we allay anxiety.
Wow, I think that's well covered. Gigi, you gathered that. Lois from Thome, can patients remember what happens in the operating theater?
You want us to reveal what?
Just don't go into the details.
Yeah, okay.
Tell them.
But again, of course, at a point you'll remember some things. It depends with the type of anesthesia that you've been given.
Okay.
We have regional anesthesia, block anesthesia, local anesthesia. The way Shem explained the other day here, the anesthetist. So we have different types of anesthesia. So if you do a local anesthesia or other regional anesthesia, you will be awake, you will know what's going on, but you will not feel pain on the incision site. You see? So by that, you will know everything that is going on. But for others like general anesthesia, apparently you will not know anything because it's like you are sleeping. If you are sleeping, if I tell you like nini ilifanyika saa 7 usiku, you will not know. You see? So that's an example of a general anesthesia. You will not know what is happening.
What are some of the common misconceptions patients have before going into the operating room? Kim Wiki.
Again, I think the misconceptions are so many. Yeah, people think that my organ will be removed. People
think will be left in my body. I've had a lot of...
No. You cannot do that.
So these misconceptions are covered in the checklist, yes. Before.
And remember, we said about informed consent. So the consent, if you say, if at all, maybe we are going to remove a teeth. That is just an example. If it was a right one, we just only remove the right. We shall not go for the left, even if it is infected or rather have any deformities. We shall not go with it because you've not consented for it. You see? Yeah, so we only go operate what it has brought us. We're not harvesting things.
We're not harvesting organs. There's an interesting question here. Somebody is asking, what is the most rewarding part of your job?
Of course. Do you want me to shout?
Maybe for him.
Of course, it has good money.
It has good money.
Who doesn't like money? Yeah.
Just
good money. Again, also, Another thing that rewards you apart from the monetary one is patient walking out theater or rather hospital successfully without any complication.
Wow.
It's very satisfying. Can't you find it satisfying?
It is quite
Yes,
satisfying.
yes.
Somebody is asking, is there a memorable surgery or patient experience that has stayed with you?
Of course, I've mentioned earlier. Yeah, a critical point whereby the patient is deeply or rather it at a point of huyu tumempoteza. But again,
he comes back.
Goes to the ICU and comes back on a review date, walking, greeting you, remembering you, leave alone even remembering that, Stanley, how are you, doc? That's so satisfying. Yeah.
So what do you guys do in that moment? The patient has every parameter. You're looking at the monitor.
Yeah, the resuscitation. You have to do the resuscitation.
So he comes back. How do you celebrate the moment?
It's a very good one. Okay, it's a moment of silence, but what goes in your mind, you're like,
wow,
yes, we did it.
Wow. Yeah. It's good to hear. Somebody's asking, what advice would you give someone who's considering a career as a theater nurse? That is Ernest. Good to see you, Ernest. Karibu sana.
Again, at our point, the parent and the society usually take part on which person you will be. I cannot pinpoint and say that you must be a theater nurse. Of course, they must have a drive towards it. We have so many other careers that you might venture into in terms of medical zone, but again, it's about passion and what you want to do.
Yes, passion and what you want to do. Somebody else is asking here, this is Richard from Kasarani. How has technology changed the work of theater nurses over the years?
It has not.
It has not. You've not heard what we call, augmented reality?
We have robotic operations and all those stuff, but let me tell you, we said
Richard from Kasarani.
Richie, okay, we are living in a, let's be realistic, we are living in a third world country. And also in America, where that we have so many technology and advancement, they still need those theater nurses. Because all the machines cannot operate by themselves, and a machine cannot take care of a patient in a PACU. Machine cannot take patients like carry the patient on the ward. Yes, so
machine can't deal with anxiety.
It cannot deal with anxiety. So you have just need to have a human resource. So kidogo.
So technology has not come to replace,
of course, but
humanity, just to enhance
technology. It has encouraged efficiency of our operations, but it's not a substitute of a human resource.
So more theaters have become more efficient,
and
the output has become even faster. Maybe the last one is, are there things patients should avoid before an operation? I think we have covered this
Yes.
Slide from bridges. Maybe just mention a few.
Yeah, we have some of the things that we have to prevent. Like, for example, that's why we usually tell people, if you're coming for surgery, at least you have a moment or rather a review with your consultant or rather your surgeon a week before, a day before, some days before to schedule. You see, so if maybe you have chronic illness or other comorbidities, you are using some drugs, there's some drugs that can affect the outcome of the surgery. So we have to stop it within a certain time. We have some like eating or rather feeding, you have to stop by some time. So there's some instruction that you have to give you before.
Wow. I think we've covered most of the questions. Allow me to just pass some shout outs to people who are watching us here. I see Lewis Gidaiga Ndege is watching. Great conversation. The incoming MCA got the great reward. Good to see you, sir. Karibu sana. Thank you for joining. I see Sir Enoch Kitondekija is also watching and is loving the conversation. Thank you so much. And very many others are watching on YouTube, but very many others are watching on Facebook, and they love the conversation. So that was a great moment. Maybe as we come to a close, can just ask a few things so that we get to understand, even as we finish this round. What is your favorite meal after a long shift? What is the longest shift you've taken?
The longest?
Yes, the longest shift you've done. How many hours did it go?
Was it 72?
72 hours?
Yes.
With sleep or without sleep? no rest, just continuous.
Intermittent sleep.
Intermittent
Kidogo,
sleep.
yeah,
Just short.
Yes.
Ule usingizi wa mangamu.
The moment before the patient comes to theater, kidogo,
just freshen up. So it's 2 hours.
Yes. During that time, we had so many surgeries. Booking during that week, you will find as we have every day we have different cases. Like example, on Mondays we shall have pediatric surgeries. On Tuesday we shall have the ENTs. Wednesday pediatric. Thursday again pediatrics and gynecology, orthopedics. You see, so every day it's we have a session. But again, during that time we had a few staffs. It was like the era of siasa and the things. So you will find you don't have any somebody to come and cover for the shifts. So it's
you have to be there.
You have to be there.
Wow.
And you do all those shifts like 10 or 12 cases in a day. Again, during the night, before even you leave, during the night, other emergencies, cesarean sections and the ectopic pregnancies and all those stuff. You cannot live like at and again, at a point you are the in charge. So if it's not you, provide somebody. You see, so you have to go that straight. Now you have to sleep in the hospital during that day. Again, during the tomorrow that is on Tuesday, in the morning you have another cases going on.
Wow.
You see, so it is sometimes
hefty and tedious. What is your favorite Kenyan destination?
I like going to Kisumu.
Kisumu.
It's a nice place.
Kisumu Dala.
Yeah.
Maybe the second last, one app you use every day. Which app do you use every single day? But when you wake up,
I think YouTube. YouTube is.
Why YouTube?
We have some conversation podcast or medical podcast. Even if I'm sleeping, just listening to them, I like listening more than watching. So the audio part of it, I like it.
What is one health habit you never compromise on? Personal.
I like sleeping.
You sleep anytime, any day.
It's my hobby. Even now, if you give me an opportunity, I'll go and sleep.
If you are not a nurse today, what career would you have chose?
Maybe biashara.
Entrepreneurship.
Ningekuwa Kamau.
Maybe you can just do this. This is the last one as we give us your parting shot. Describe your theater nursing journey in just 3 words, in three sentences, or 3 things you can say about that journey. Then you give us a parting shot.
It's not even a sentence, a word. It's interesting. It is interesting.
It's interesting.
I like working in theater. I like it.
So everybody out there should consider working in theater.
No, utanipea compare.
Give us your parting shot, even as we call it a day. It was a lovely conversation.
Now, it's very good we've had this conversation. Just want to say, if you're coming to theater, don't be. It's not a life sentence. It's a good place. It's not a bad place. Whether you're a patient or a staff.
Wow. So if you come to JCK Hospitals, you're going to meet him, and he's going to be in this serious regalia. He's going to remind you that you've got to put the details before in good order, during in good order, and even after in good order. He's very keen on safety. He's very keen on privacy. He's very keen on consent. He's very keen on you getting to do the right procedure and you being prepared in good time. And he has done that over the years at JCK Hospital, the in charge. You've seen his journey as a team player. You've seen his journey as a leader. You've seen his journey as a clinical staff and how he gets to do it. Now you've seen his personal life, how he gets to do his daily routines and how he gets to run that. Maybe he can tell us which team he supported for the last time during the World Cup. Then we can wrap it up.
I'm not a football fanatic.
So were you Argentina or Spain?
Even I didn't know.
You know, we know Argentina people when we see them.
I just saw on status like, is G Argentina what?
Amazing. It was such an amazing conversation. Just to remind you that our JCK College of Health Sciences, which is currently doing its second cohort this year, that was the June cohort, they'll be recruiting for the October cohort for the certified nursing assistant. That could be your journey to begin the journey of working in the healthcare industry. Empowered empowering healthcare is the tagline. Also to remind you that this is the safest place you can come for any surgical procedure. You have an elective, you are looking for a place to do that particular procedure, laparoscopy, colonoscopy, and very many others. You want to correct a hernia, you want to correct a place, you want to do your orthopedic, you want to do your physio, and very many other services. This is the place to be. You're going to meet Mudavadi in his smile and in his strength and in his aggression just to get to see you. And I'm sure he's going to be willing and glad to see you. So thank you so very much for creating time to listen in today. Thank you so much for the questions you've sent. Thank you so much for the engagement. And remember, you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, by also sharing this content to somebody else so that they can get to learn. And if you're exploring the option of becoming a theater nurse, this should be encouragement. So that was our time today to remind you that you can benefit from very many services and offers that are running. We have very many insurances at JCK Hospital, including SHA, CIC, APA, Madison, and Equity, Badview, which is our newest baby, and many others. You can get to utilize them and get served as you like it. So thank you so much for joining. I want just to remind you this is the favorite station for you to stay healthy and informed for the mind, for the body, and for the soul. Until I see you next time, adios, muchachos.
At JCK Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit JCK Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. JCK Hospital, you first.